ground beef, and I wanted to make something with it that's a little different, and so I'm going to be making Hungarian goulash. That was something I actually had in Germany, and believe it or not, I haven't had it since, and I loved it so much I could have just eaten it all day long. So I looked up a recipe. I can't believe I haven't made it, and now I'm going to. What goulash means is it's just a mixture of everything. Everything kind of goes in there. Well, we're not going to put everything in it, but a lot of things are going to go in it, and it's a one-pan dish, easy peasy. Let me go over the ingredients. Because it's a goulash, I'm going to put a lot of things in here. You don't have to put all of these things in here, but I kind of want to see how it turns out using this one recipe that I came across. I'm changing it up, of course, but it's going to be basically the same with a few Cyndi things going on in it, you know. All right, so we got organic ground beef, grass-fed. I've got some frozen onion that I already had chopped up, a green pepper, and tomatoes, but you know, these are the small baby ones. I didn't have a regular tomato, and that's really what this calls for, so I'm fudging that part of it. Some tomato sauce. Again, make sure you check the ingredients when you get tomato sauce because you don't want sugar and bad things in it. Some coconut aminos. They called for soy sauce. I'm not going to use soy sauce. And the seasonings, marjoram, caraway, Italian seasoning, my all-purpose seasoning, which is 21 Seasoning Salute from Trader Joe's, paprika, and some minced garlic. The thing that you can serve it over, you can do, you know, zoodles. You know, I have this green bean pasta. That's all. That's the ingredient of this. They're so cool. I've made it before in a recipe, and that's what I'm going to use in this particular recipe. Anyway, let's fudge it up. The first thing we're going to do is cook the ground beef. Okay, I've got my pan pretty hot. I'm going to be adding the ground beef into the pan. Just going to break it up before I drop it in to make it a little easier to. Now that it's a little broken up, I'm going to add some salt, Himalayan, a little pepper, a pinch of pepper, and a pinch of paprika. Maybe that was more than a pinch. All right, and then we just cook this, get this all brown and cooked. I should probably mention that this recipe for Hungarian goulash actually called for pepper steak, and they cubed it up. I'm using ground beef because I found another recipe. It wasn't Hungarian goulash, but it was another goulash dish, and that was with ground beef. That's what I had. So that's how I'm fudging this recipe into a Cyndi recipe. Alrighty, this is pretty brown, and I'm going to leave the juices in here. One recipe called for it to be drained before adding everything else, but this one doesn't say to drain it, so I kind of want to leave the juices in there. It'll be your call whether you want to drain the burger juices out. I'm going to add in now just about everything else. The onions. I'm not going to add all of a complete whole onion, probably half. It's a little bit high in the carb area for keto dieters, so I try to not do a lot of the onions. I'm going to add in I chopped up these, oh, there went one on the floor, the tomato into small pieces. And I did the same with the green onion. Okay, that's going in here. I'm going to stir that in. Seasoning is going to go next. Add more paprika. I'm going to add in 3 teaspoons of minced garlic. It calls for a teaspoon of each, but to me I just do a pinch. This is marjoram. This is caraway. I'm dropping a lot of things today. Italian seasoning. You know, it doesn't call for all-purpose seasoning, but I tend to put my 21 seasoning salute from Trader Joe's in almost everything. It's going in. What can I say? And now I'm going to stir that all together. Get that good and mixed up, and then I'm going to add the tomato sauce in here. Coconut aminos. I really love what this does to a sauce and the flavor of it. So it's going in. Again, that could be optional, you know, and stir it all up. Now I'm going to put a lid on it, and it's going to simmer for a while. Lid. It says to simmer it for 1 hour. I honestly don't know if I could wait that long, but I'm going to let it go for quite a while, and I'll be doing some tasting of it to see if indeed I need to do it for an hour. That's a really long time. I guess it just wants all the flavors to blend together and do their thing. But I'm going to check it every so often, give it a little stir. You want to lower the heat to about low to medium heat while that's simmering for 1 hour. I want to actually mention that the other goulash recipe that called for the ground beef was to add cheddar cheese when you serve it on the top, kind of like you do with chili. Well, this has been cooking for an hour, and I checked it. It is a beautiful thing. I should really bring you in to take a look at this. This is after an hour's cooking. I know, it looks the same as it did an hour ago when we put it all together, but I did make the green bean pasta, and I'm putting that in a bowl, because I am going to pour this wonderful Hungarian goulash over the pasta. Scoop that in there. Oh gosh. Oh yeah. See that? Really curious how this tastes. And I'm going to take a bite of it. It's very hot. Bingo! We have a winner recipe today. Oh yeah, I'm liking it. Perfect blend of flavors in this Hungarian goulash sauce. Wow. It is wow. I'm sure you're gonna like it, unless you have different taste buds than me. Does that make sense? Okay, bye.